college student is dead, the possible victim of frat house hazing. Police in Pennsylvania are investigating the death of a 19-year-old. The freshman could be the latest student to die during a fraternity initiation. Ebru's Kyle Schmoyer joins us live now from Pennsylvania with details on this very disturbing crime. Kyle.
Well, Logan, we're actually here in the middle of Manhattan this evening because, as investigators say, what started out as a fraternity trip from this college in New York City turned into an unthinkable, violent hazing attack in Pennsylvania that ultimately turned deadly.
19-year-old Chun Michael Dang was a freshman studying at Baruch College in New York City. Last weekend, 30 members of the fraternity Pi Delta Psi took a trip to the Poconos. Dang and 3 others were pledging to belong to the frat. According to police, Dang was seriously injured while participating in a ritual outside the house in Tunkhannock Township, Pennsylvania. Sources say Dang was blindfolded, a weight placed in a sack on his back, then made to run a gauntlet of frat members who were trying to tackle him or knock him down.
It's definitely a tragedy because he was so young, and I would have never expected that, especially when the fraternities here, they're not as active as I would say a fraternity that's out of state or people that don't commute. So it was definitely a shock to me.
His frat brothers never called 911. Rather, they eventually drove Dang 30 miles to a hospital where doctors had to put him on life support because of traumatic brain injuries. The national executive president of the Delta Psi fraternity released a statement saying the fraternity has suspended all new member education nationwide until further notice. He went on to say, quote, "We extend our deepest condolences to the family and friends of Michael." And he concluded saying, "Michael will be greatly missed."
You know, everybody tries to fit in, and fortunately, he just got stuck with the wrong people.
Baruch College released a statement saying, in part, it has a zero-tolerance policy regarding hazing. Michael's death is a deeply painful reminder that no individual should ever be put into a position where his or her personal safety is in jeopardy. Other students coming and going to class today echoed that same common-sense thinking.
We should have judgments of what's right or wrong, and going too far as hazing. I mean, why do this to yourself, right?
And we learned from the National Fraternity later today that they said that activity that was described going on at the house in the Poconos was actually banned by the fraternity. The school itself says it had no idea about this trip to Pennsylvania, and today they suspended all the rights and privileges of that fraternity here on campus. As for investigators, they're continuing to look into the situation. We're still waiting to know the specific injuries that led to Dang's death. The prosecutor in Pennsylvania says he does expect criminal charges sometime soon. Logan.
All right, Ebru's Kyle Schmoyer reporting live tonight from New York City. Thank you so much for that report.